Good day, everyone. My name is Kit Salas, and for today's discussion, I'm going to tackle the chapter 16, which is formalities of entry in and exit from the Philippines. For our learning objectives, first identify various government requirements for foreigners to enter the Philippines. Second, explain the importance of a valid passport when traveling. Third, enumerate the privileges of Filipinos covered by the Balikbayan program. And last, discuss the dual citizenship law. For our topic outline, first is introduction, second is case study, the overstay. Third is entry requirements, visas or passports. Fourth is special visas or work or investment. Fifth, departure requirements. Sixth, dual citizenship law. And lastly is the conclusion. This chapter focuses on the legal framework and the procedure governing the entry and exit of foreigners from the Philippines. It delves into passport and visa requirements, the various categories of visas, the Balikbayan program, and the dual citizenship law. First, the case study of overstaying alien. K point. The case of Kim Jae-boon demonstrates the importance of adhering to visa regulations and seeking proper guidance to avoid overstaying and potential deportation. For example, excuse me, Kim's failure to seek timely advice resulted in her visa expiring and her being classified as an overstaying alien. Analysis the case underscores the need for foreign nationals to understand visa requirements, seek proper guidance from relevant authorities, and comply with the immigration regulations to avoid legal complication. Admission. Admission requirements. K point. Foreigners entering the Philippines must meet specific admission requirements, including possessing valid passports and visas. Analysis the Philippine Immigration Act of CA 613 as amended. This law outlines the requirements of non-immigrant entry, including the valid passport and visa. Visa categories. The law specifies 7 visa categories for immigrants. Non-immigrants. First is a temporary visitor. Second is a transient. 3 is the seaman, 4 is treaty or trader or treaty investor, 5 is foreign government official, 6 is student, and 7 is pre-arranged employment. Number 3, admission under pre-arranged employment. Foreigners seeking employment in the Philippines must obtain pre-arranged employment visas subject to stringent requirements. Jurisdictional facts. Application must prove that no Filipino is qualified for the position, the duration of employment, wages, and the benefits of the employment of the Philippines. Documentary requirements. Applicants must provide qualification documents, an alien employment permit, a contract of employment, and proof of financial capacity. 4. Admission under the Balikbayan program. K point. The Balikbayan program offers visa-free entry for Filipinos who have been abroad for at least 1 year, overseas workers, and former Filipino citizens. Analysis the Balikbayan program provides the privileges for Filipino citizen and former citizen to visit the Philippines for up to 1 year without requiring a visa. Number 5. Philippine immigration policy and the specific nationalities. K point. The Philippines has specific immigration policies for various nationalities, including Chinese, Indian, and South African nationals. Analysis. Chinese nationals. Changes in foreign policy have resulted in relaxed visa requirements, allowing multiple entry visas for up to 6 months. Indian nationals temporary visitor visas are available to Indian nationals with specific application requirements. South Africans. The lifting of UN sanctions has removed restrictions on South Africans. Number 6. Passport requirements. K point. A valid passport is an essential travel document that verifies nationality and identity. Types. Types of passport. The main types of passport are issued in the Philippine diplomatic, official, and regular. Passport validity. Passport must have valid for at least 6 months beyond the intended stay in the Philippines. Passport laws. In case of passport laws, prompt reporting to authorities, obtaining a police report, and contracting to embassy is crucial. Travel documents. Number 7. K point. A travel document is an alternative to a passport for Filipinos with citizenship issues or who have been lost their passports. Analysis travel document eligibility. Travel documents are issued to Filipinos whose citizenship is doubtful, Filipinos returning with lost passport, Filipinos being sent back, aliens, spouses of Filipinos, and stateless persons. Verification of citizenship. Presentation of a Philippine passport does not automatically confirm citizenship and may be subject to verification by immigration authorities. Number 8. Visa requirements. K point. Visas are written endorsement granting permission to travel to a particular country. Analysis visa requirements. Citizens of specific countries including Albania, Afghanistan, Armenia, and others are required to obtain visas prior to entering the Philippines. Visa exemption. Citizen of certain countries, including those with Hong Kong or Macau SAR passports, are allowed visa-free entry for up to 7 days. Visa-free entry citizens of countries not listed as requirements visa are allowed visa-free entry for up to 21 days. Number 9. Treaty Trader or Treaty Investor Visa. Okay, upon Treaty Trader and Treaty Investor visas are granted to foreign nationals engaged in substantial trade or investment in the Philippines. Eligibility. Only nationals from the countries with investment agreements with the Philippines are eligible. Currently, only German, Japanese, and American nationals meet these requirements. What are the requirements? Applicants must prove their intent to carry on substantial trade or invest, provide a written request and submit proof of non-conviction, non-deportation, and financial capacity. Number 10. Special Economic Zone Visas. K point. Special visas are issued to foreigners visiting or working in designated special economic zone such as Subic Freeport Zone, Ecozone, and Clark Ecozone. Analysis. Subic Freeport Zone. Visitors can stay for up to 14 days without a visa but must comply with specific restrictions. Ecozones. Investors with significant investment can obtain permanent resident status, and foreign executives can receive renewable working visas. Clark Ecozone. Similar to Subic, visitors can stay for up to 14 days without visa, with restrictions on movement outside the zone. Number 11. Cagayan Economic Zone and Freeport Visa. Foreigners investors establishing businesses in the Cagayan Economic Zone can obtain permanent resident status. Similar to Ego Zones, significant investors and executives with specialized skills can obtain permanent resident status or renewable working visas. Number 16. Investor in tourism-related project or tourism establishment. K point. Investors in tourist-related project can obtain special investor resident visas, allowing them to enter and reside in the Philippines for the duration of their investment. Analysis. The program requires a minimum investment of $50,000 as is subject to specific conditions including annual report and adherence to Philippine law. Number 13. Exclusion of foreigners. Okay, when foreigners must meet certain criteria can be excluded from entry into the Philippines, including those posing a threat to public safety, health, and national security. Analysis. The Philippine Immigration Act outlines the categories of excludable aliens, such as individuals with contagious disease, convicted criminals, or those advocating for the overthrow of the government. Number 14, deportation of foreigners. Deportation is the expulsion of a foreigner from the Philippines, typically for violating immigration laws or engaging in harmful activities. Analysis. Ground for deportation. Various grounds for deportation exist, such as illegal entry, conviction for criminals, violation of visa condition, or advocacy for subversive activities. Deportation can be initiated by the President or the Commissioner of Immigration, with due process and a hearing provided to the alien. 15. Detention of foreigners travels. Key point immigration offers have the authority to detain foreign travelers to determine their admissibility to address security concerns. Detention on board vessel. Aliens arrived by the sea can be detained on board the vessels to assess their admissibility. Detention. For security reasons, temporary detention can be imposed for security reasons, such as in the case of suspected bomb components being found in the travel possession. 16. Exit requirements. Foreigners departing the Philippines must obtain an immigration clearance certificate subject to certain exceptions. Immigration clearance certificate. This certificate is required for all foreigners departing in the Philippines, unless they are being deported or meet specific exception criteria. Whole departure order. A whole departure order can be issued to restrict travel based on court orders pending criminal cases or national security concerns. Number 17. Republic Act Number 9225, Dual Citizenship Law. The dual citizenship law allows natural-born Filipinos who have acquired citizenship in another country to retain their Philippine citizenship. This law grants certain rights and privileges to all dual, including the availability of both to Philippine elections and hold public office. So, for our conclusion, this chapter has highlighted the complexities of navigating immigration procedures in the Philippines. Understanding the specific requirements, regulations, and consequences of non-compliance is crucial for foreigners planning to travel or reside in the country. By adhering to the legal framework and seeking guidance from the relevant authorities, foreign nationals can be ensured a smooth and enjoyable experience in the Philippines. So that would be all for the chapter 16, and thank you for listening, and mabuhay.